Are you looking for the best CPU air cooler? Then you are welcome our RS Store channel. Today in this video, we are going to show some of the best CPU air coolers that are best sold and reviewed in the last couple of months on Amazon. If you want more information and updated pricing on the product mentioned, be sure to. So let's get started with the video. Number 1. Cooler Master Hyper CPU Air Cooler. There's a good reason the Cooler Master Hyper 212 cooler has such incredible staying power. Its design is simple, its performance is solid, and its price is low. That's no less true with the Cooler Master Hyper 212 V2, which has a few updates you should love, all while keeping you on budget with your build thanks to the under $50 price tag. It features a new design with an asymmetrical tilt to provide better RAM clearance and revised brackets for easier installation. The new SickleFlow 120 fan should provide better airflow and air pressure, and if you detest the loud fan noise, it should be 10% quieter from the previous model. The Cooler Master 212 Hyper V2 is ready to kit out both your AMD and Intel builds alike, though make note that an additional bracket will be required for the LGA 1700 socket used by Intel's latest CPUs. It features 4 heat pipes to draw heat away from your processor and send it out to a stack of aluminum fins. There are also X-shaped vents so hot air will head directly to the heat pipes. It really is an incredible value that should get you plenty of mileage and keep your temperatures in line. Number 2. CM Master Liquid CPU Air Cooler. If you're looking for a budget-friendly AIO cooler, the Cooler Master Liquid ML120L is worth checking out. At just under $70, it is one of the cheapest 120mm AIO coolers on the market. And, while 120mm coolers typically lag behind even moderately priced air coolers, they do offer some unique features that make them worth considering over an air cooler. First, many prefer the aesthetics of AIO coolers over bulky air coolers. And, secondly, for anyone looking to build a mini gaming PC and are limited on how tall of a CPU cooler you can put in your build, a smaller AIO cooler might end up being your only option. So, if either of those scenarios apply to you, a budget-friendly 120mm AIO cooler like the Cooler Master Liquid ML120L is an excellent option. Along with its low-profile design and solid cooling capabilities, it also comes with an RGB fan and an RGB block to help your system stand out. Ultimately, though, no 120mm AIO cooler is going to offer extreme cooling performance. However, they provide adequate cooling in a compact design at an affordable price. So, if that's what you're looking for, the ML120L is a great option. Number 3. Noctua NHD15 CPU Air Cooler. High-quality components, excellent cooling, and amazing noise control. The Noctua NHD15 is one of the few air coolers that can actually match up to the cooling power of a closed-loop liquid cooler, and it does so without putting a hole in your wallet. Setting up and installing the cooler is incredibly simple, as it will easily fit on any AMD socket, and accepts all Intel sockets released after 2011, including the LGA 2011. The cooling is provided by two Noctua NF-A15 140mm fans, installed in a standard 2-fan push-pull configuration. And there is the option to add a third fan, as well. The fans come with automatic speed control and won't rev up until your CPU needs the extra speed, thus keeping system noise to a minimum when not under load. When under load, the fans can hit speeds up to 1500 RPMs to help keep your system cool. And all of this happens while keeping the sound levels under 24.6 dBA. And if you install the low noise attachment included, the noise levels go further downwards to just 19.2 dBA. The NHD15 measures 165mm x 150mm x 161mm, height, width, and depth. There is also an impressive 6-year limited warranty on this cooling unit. Overall, if you're looking for one of the CPU coolers on the market and you'd prefer an air cooler over a custom liquid cooling setup or an AIO, then the Noctua NHD15 is an option we'd recommend considering. Number 4. Corsair IQ H100i CPU Air Cooler. If you're sold on liquid cooling your processor, then your best option is the Corsair IQ H100i RGB Pro XT. This AIO liquid CPU cooler won't just keep your CPU cool but will also make your PC cool. That's thanks to the RGB lighting built into the pump, which provides 16 RGB LEDs that can be customized and synced with the rest of the system through Corsair's IQ utility. Let's not forget a CPU cooler's primary job, though, cooling. The IQ H100i RGB Pro XT gets high marks there as well. This is a 240mm radiator after all, so it has some solid cooling potential for even high-end components. You'll get a copper cold plate on the pump housing to pull heat away from your CPU, and that'll run into the aluminum radiator. From there, a pair of powerful Corsair ML120 fans will keep a steady stream of air blowing past the radiator fins to send the heat out of your system. All that and the whole setup only costs $120. Number 5. Be Quiet Dark Rock Pro Air Cooler. The Be Quiet Dark Rock Pro 4 is true to its name, and is one of the quietest CPU coolers money can buy. It can whisk away up to 250W of heat, which is an excessive amount. A Core i9-9900K has a TDP of just 95W. It can do this thanks to its massive 6mm copper heat pipes. More importantly, it's designed to operate in near silence. Even with 2 or 3 fans strapped on and spinning as fast as possible, it'll only achieve a maximum 24.3 dBA. It'll set you back a pretty penny at $90, making it one of the more expensive air coolers on the market, but if you demand silence, this is the cooler for you. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and like, share and comment on the video. Please enable notification bell icon so that you don't miss the next videos. You can check the price and purchase link in the description box below.